Hi Flosstube, I hit record. My name is Helen. I am new to Flosstube. I have been watching you guys for 6 months since last spring, and I've just really enjoyed it so much, and I want to be part of that community that I thought the only way to do that is to get over my fear of cameras, and this is not really me, and just do it. So here I am. Little introduction, like I said, my name is Helen. I go by East Coast Crafter because I live in Maine. I'm on the East Coast. We are probably 2 miles from the ocean. We don't go there all the time, but we could if we wanted to. So I have been stitching a very long time. My mom and my grandmother both taught me, and it's got to be 30 years. You know, you start with little tiny projects and then kits, and then you drift in and out when you're in school and in college, and then you know, you hit your 20s and all of your friends are getting married and all of your friends are having babies. So I have done so many wedding samplers and baby samplers, Christmas stockings and things like that. And in the last few years, I've been able to focus more on the stitches that I want to do for me. So I'm loving it. I love all the new designs that come out. There's no way I could stitch them all. I'd have to have 1,000 hours in the day. So that's about me, a little bit. I am married, I have 1 son, I have 3 cats. One of them's on the table. You might hear her meow because she thinks if I'm down here, I should be getting her some snacks. So let me just show you what I'm working on. This year, I made myself a list of the things I was hoping to get done. I thought I was going to stitch from stash. As you all know, yeah, that didn't happen. So I have my list. I have 3 things left to get done by the end of the year. Totally doable things, 3 very doable things, which is good because I'm already starting to make plans for 2018, which means these 3 things need to get done so I can frame them up, finish them up, set them aside, and move on to the new things I have. So one of them, the first one, I have a deadline because this is a Christmas gift for my husband and my son. I tried to do it. I started out doing it in secret. And then I realized I needed my husband's input because it is the Armada Designs Nintendo sampler. I never played Nintendo. We didn't have one. He did. When I started this, it was when I was, oh, I'm going to stitch from stash. This will be great. So I used the piece of fabric that I had. This is a 14 count Legacy from Picture This Plus. It wasn't big enough to fit all of her designs. You know, she's doing 2 designs a month, so 24. I could fit 15, which was fine. That just meant I picked and choose the one I wanted, or the ones the husband wanted. So this is where I am, and I apologize. This one's in the Q-snap, and I'm not taking it out because this one has to be done by next week because that's when the framing sale ends. So this is kind of, I've got Mario, Zelda, Final Fantasy my husband tweaked because that's one of his favorites. Contra over there. And then we're down on the bottom. I have 1.5 more to go. This one here, these 2, my husband charted because he really wanted these 2 games. They're games that he played, and they weren't included. So I said, well, they're 8-bit. You can handle it. So he charted those. So this is Super Tecmo Bowl. And then this one here that I'm finishing up is Blaster Master. Again, I didn't play it. 1 square left here in the middle. It comes out on Friday the 1st. We're thinking it's Tetris. We hope it's Tetris. If it's not Tetris, the Hubs will be designing a Tetris because he really wants that one in there as well. So then this one will be done and I'll get it over. Michael's has a framing sale that ends the 9th of December. So I'm like, if I can get up there on the 8th to get this in, hopefully it will be back in time for Christmas. And I've been doing this one bit by bit while my son is not home or he's 8, so when he's at school, or in the evening when he finally falls asleep. This one's taken a long time, but I'm almost there. So Armada Designs, Nintendo cell. Love it. I've had a lot of fun with that one this year. Up next, this is another one. If I could get this one done in time to take it up for the framing sale, that would be awesome. That would be a bonus. If not, I've thought about making a wall hanging. This is Country Cottage Needleworks Frosty Forest. I'm almost done this one as well. I have this center block, which is a block that I designed just based on her others because I wanted a house in the middle. And then I didn't have enough chives down there on the bottom, so it's here now. I can go back in and do those trees. There's a story to this one. I've already done this piece. I did this piece last year. Took a long time. And I finished it mounted. I wrapped fabric around a canvas, and then I wrapped fabric around another canvas, and then I wrapped this one around a canvas, and there was pom-pom trim, and it was adorable. And then my mother says, Helen, I know what I want for Christmas next year. I want that cross stitch with the houses, but I don't want you to do it again for me. I want that one on your wall. Just take it down, blow the dust off it, and wrap it up. So that's what I did, which means I had to do it again for me. And this one got a slow start too because I like to start, I didn't want to start with this recharted house in the middle. So I thought, oh, I'll start up here. And I miscounted, folks. See all that extra? Isn't that nice? There's no extra down there. So I was frustrated and it got put in the timeout pile for a while. But I really would like to get it done this year, so it's back out. I also had designed a little border, just similar to this one, that goes around the edge. It would not leave me much room on the bottom. I may do it anyway. We'll see. This is Picture This Plus Dwarf. This is an 18 count. I am mostly Aida. I am doing some things now on an even weave, which is new to me and my eyeballs. We'll see how much I can take. So, almost done with that one. The other one, whoops, I took it out. This was the Lakeside Needlecraft Under the Sea Sal that they did this year. It's a Doreen Jones. And I've 2 months left. 2 months. November I have not gotten to yet because I thought it would be nice because of the framing deadlines. This one I'm just going to frame myself, so there was no rush. I would like to get it done this year. So I thought if I get those other two done first, then I'll come back in and finish this one up. I did rechart the mermaid. I just liked the other mermaid just looked a little different. Like it didn't have the same faces and eyes. This is a Doreen Mermaid. It came from Cross Stitch Crazy or World of Cross Stitch or one of those. I get them digitally. So it came from one of those and I just changed the colors. But everything else on this one is as charted. I love this one too. This one's going in the downstairs bathroom where there's no shower, so I don't need to worry about steam or any of that nonsense. So that one is getting there as well. Those are my current 3 whips. I like I said, want to start stuff for 2018, but these need to be finished first. That's what I'm telling myself. So I do have one finish that I finished earlier. Actually, I think I finished it over the summer, but I just set it out. So to me, that counts as a new finish. So this one is Barbara Anna. So Michelle Bendy, you'll love it. This is a Barbara Anna and I adore it. I've done this one twice as well. This is Merry Christmas. I bought this. You can get it on Creative Poppy. It's just a download. I have the hard copy, so I probably ordered it from 123. So small, so cute. This is just a little 4x6. I popped this frame. I got it at Michael's last year, but they have a similar one this year. I think it's a 5x7 this year. No idea on the fabric, some 16 count light brown fabric. I did another one of these for one of my friends from college, and hers is in a green frame, and it looks just as nice. So that one was super fast. I loved it. Called for colors, loved it. Haul, I don't have that much right now. I've been trying to be good and get ready for next year and figure if I already have enough stuff to get me through, like, I don't know, 5 years, probably it's time to slow down a little bit. I did do a Black Friday order from Crazy Annie. I think I only got one chart. I needed some floss, and it was like one chart, and I think that's it. So I do have, well, that's a plan. I did get two things off eBay that I had a saved search for. They're both Prairie Schoolers. They popped up for a price that I was willing to pay. It wasn't too bad. So you know they'll be reprinted next, right? Isn't that how it works? You finally find the one you want. You're like, yeah, I got it. And then it's like, oh, if I'd have waited, that would have been a little less expensive. So I picked up Weatherwise. I'm right by the window, so the reflection's a little... This top one is the reason. Let's see if we go this way. That is Maine to me, folks. That, I'm born and raised in Maine, and that one right there, the red sky and morning, sailor take warning, that is Maine. The bottom one's pretty as well, but I love the top one, so that will be the one that I'll be doing. And then the other one I picked up, I just saw Andrea in Colorado got as well. So this is Santa Rides, and I just love those little guys. So those will be ornaments. Maybe next year, maybe, we'll see. Ornaments this year, I should have pulled some. I made so many. I made 18. My sister has 4 kids. My best friend has 2 kids. I naturally wanted one of each of the designs for myself. I used frosted pumpkin designs. There's a Lizzie Kate in there. If there's interest in my videos and I keep going, I will pull one of those for next time, or I'll pull one of each to show you because they are really sweet. The other purchase that I got recently, Schoolhouse Stitcher showed this book. This is the 2013 Craftways Across Stitch Christmas. And she showed it for this piece. She bought it for this piece, which I love. This is Woodland Christmas. And this is by Karen Kluba, which is Rosewood Manor. This is going to be my new start next year. That's what I've decided. So I'm kitting this up. I've started to pull, I pulled all the DMC, and then some of the bigger trees I might try and sub out some hand-dyes for to see how that looks. And I've decided to go with, which naturally you order it and then like you can't find the bigger piece, so hopefully it's not out of stock. 28 count Jobelin in Wood Violet, which is it's a purple, but it's not like Crayola purple by any means. So it's a very, very light purple, and all of those greens look fantastic on this. So hopefully I can get a big enough piece of that, and that will be my big piece next year. I'm also hoping to do Andromeda by Mirabilia. I thought I had fabric. I have a piece of Ship's Manor fabric and I love it, but I pulled the colors and, excuse me, it's too close. All those purples, they just don't show up enough. So I thought I should probably choose something else. So, you know, Hand Dyed by Stephanie was having a Black Friday sale, so I ordered some fabric from her, but I know it's going to take a long time to get here. So no worries. I have other projects. So I'm going to pull out Woodland Christmas. That will be my new start if I can get fabric, and go from there. The only other kind of piece of haul I have that I wanted to show you, and you might have seen some of these on Instagram. Target has these beautiful little red sleds, and they're not that little, folks. The greenery's a little on the cheesy side, but it's just on there with hot glue, so you could pop that off. Comes with a hanger. I'm gonna Priscilla and Chelsea, because I'm a huge fan. I've been following Priscilla's vlog for a long time. So I'm gonna Priscilla and Chelsea something right in there. I picked up something from the Trilogy. They had a new design that I've ordered that's on its way. That one might work. Or any of them, I thought, a lot of your Prairie Schoolers have these little extras, so one of those might fit. I also have Prairie Schoolers Evergreen, and those are like a vertical piece. So I picked up 4 of these thinking Christmas gifts for next year. So that will be next year. That is about all. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Plans. I have one more. My son starts basketball tonight. Practice starts tonight, which means I will be hanging out on the gym floor for 45 minutes to an hour once a week. I don't want to bring one of my big pieces. They don't have chairs set up, so it's just hanging out on the floor. So I grabbed my Tiny Tidings 22. This was this year's Tiny Tidings. And I'm going to make those little sled ornaments. This is not one of the sled ornament patterns, but these little guys, they fit. So I just recharted them. You know, I had to tweak just a couple things, and then I put one on here just to make sure to get it started. So this is what I'll be working on. These will be next year's ornaments, but I just thought they'd be the easiest thing to work on while you're sitting on a cold gymnasium floor in November in Maine. Could be chilly. So that is all. Thank you so much for all of you guys that make videos. I so enjoy watching them. I don't comment a lot. I usually watch on the TV, and it's hard to leave a comment there. If I were on the iPad or my phone, it's a little easier. But on the TV, usually, I'm sure you can, but I haven't figured it out yet, so sorry. I am on Instagram. I'm East Coast Crafter. It might be East Coast .crafter. I will try and link that below, but I'm also new to YouTube, so this is already going to be a little bit of a hassle to figure out how to set up a channel and get everything in where I need it. So if you joined me, thank you very much. Like I said, I just thought it's time to get off my butt and do it if I'm going to do it. So here I am. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.